Good evening. Welcome to another edition of the GH podcast here at GH headquarters with your host D-Man.
Dom Legacy in the building.
Chad, I'm here.
For this time, there's only three of us, the three amigos.
Thank God.
The controversial one, Big Z, will be back next one. He's
stuck in foreign land.
Training.
He got arrested for what he said on the last podcast.
We're helping him with his immigration papers as well.
Yeah, it's proving tougher than we thought, but hey, we back. So before we start, just want to get a few things out of the way. Obviously, recent events in the Manchester area, explosion killing I think 22 people, around 59 injured. Just thoughts and prayers out to those involved and their families, and yeah, sad state of affairs, but the show must go on. But yeah, moving on swiftly. Got a few things to get through this evening. So
before we talk about that, right? Just touching on that Manchester thing. Did any of you see what Jodie Marsh said earlier?
No.
That's actually what I wanted to talk about.
Okay, go on.
So, with everything that's going on, obviously a lot of people are saying terrorism and Muslims and this and the other. And
yes.
One of the girls tweeted Jodie Marsh saying, "How can you deport basically the black British people?" And Jodie Marsh's response to that was, because the girl's Twitter account was called Black Girls Book Club.
Yes.
She tweeted saying, "How can you have a page that's basically called Black Girls Book Club?" And Jodie Marsh caught a lot of flack for that, but then also a lot of people stuck up for her.
I saw that. Yep.
What are your thoughts before we move on?
This is a tough one because the girl responded. A lot of people responded saying, "Look," because Jodie Marsh said basically, you wouldn't like it if there was such thing as a white girls book club.
That's it.
And a lot of people come back and said there is. It's just called a book club. Yeah, which means that the Black Girls Book Club is for those who feel excluded because there's not enough books on black history or to empower black women. That's why it's called. But she said anyone is entitled to join, but she said she don't see no reason why anyone should be offended. Now, to me, it's bigger than that, because people say you've got the BET Awards, Black Entertainment, whatever, and white people don't have an award show for themselves like that, blah blah. But then it raises the issue of, well, most award shows, the white artists get recognised a lot more than the black do, and there's a special section for the black albums. They just call it urban kind of thing. So, to me, there's two sides to it. It's a sticky one, but me being a black person, I see no issue with it being called Black Girls Club. I can see why it might make some people uncomfortable, but to me, it's tough. Like, there is no, I don't think there's any menace behind it, but it is what it is. But it's because black people are the minority. Why black people get away with saying certain things to make white people uncomfortable, because we are the minority, whether we want to admit it or not. Yeah. Something like that, I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. I don't know what you lot think. Why are you smiling, bro? Say so.
No, I didn't know anything about it, so it just caught me off guard. Like you said, we're the minority, so
basically, Jodie Marsh started out by saying, excuse me, "Starting today, we need to round up everyone on a terrorist watch list and deport them all. No room in our prisons, so get rid of him." And then Black Girls Book Club tweeted, "How on earth do you deport British citizens? Some people are so transparent." And then Jodie Marsh said, "It's funny that there isn't a white girls book club. I find this offensive that you exclude me because of my colour." The person then said, "You're more than welcome at any time." The reason the book club was created in the first place was obviously to, as D-Man said, to create more awareness amongst black people and try and get them into reading a bit more, finding out a bit more, stuff like that. So, me personally, I see why it was created. A lot of people started then comparing it to the Black Lives Matter movement, saying why isn't it called Black Lives Matter 2 rather than just Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
And again, it's down to perception and how you want to look at it. me personally, I think she used the fact that she has. I think Jodie Marsh used the fact that she had over 500,000 followers.
Yeah.
To kind of get everyone on this little person's back, because it wasn't a big account that she was talking to.
But let me flip this, because I was talking to my wife about this the other day, something similar, yeah? And obviously she's not black, and she said, she's on the Instagram hard, yeah? But she said she has an issue with, no matter what she scrolls through, everything seems to come down to race, yeah? And she said, like, she used the example of like Mo the comedian, yeah. He puts on this geezer perception and he pretends to be like a bounty basically, and calling his wife a slag and whatever, like acting white basically. And she finds it hilarious. Like he's taking the piss out white people kind of, but she finds it hilarious, yeah. But she's saying that if the shoe was on the other foot, yeah.
What, like Ali G?
Kevin J.
Yeah, she said she has no issue. Like she goes, there's nothing wrong with that. But she said, oh, it's the stuff like. There's a thing where someone put there's a meme going on with this actor who's meant to be Snow White talking to a black girl basically, yeah, and one of them was like, oh, because the black girl's looking at her like, what are you doing, mind your business kind of thing, but it's something about, oh, someone put in it, oh, when you come to work with your jollof rice. And people say, that smells nice, or oh, what's that smell, or something. Yeah,
yeah, I saw that.
Now she's saying, that's funny, but you're basically saying it about white people. You're kind of taking the piss out of white people, saying, oh, they're ignorant and blah, blah, whatever. But she said you can't have it both ways. Like, either you brush us because we don't season our meat and that blah, blah, whatever, but when we show interest in your culture or your food, whatever, we get brushed with it. She goes, I've got no issue with that, but if we did the same if white people did the same to black people, it would be a lot different.
Right, but there's a backstory though between black people and white people.
Oh no, there is. So
it's like there's a reason why the world's not created equal.
No, but the thing is, there's banter and there's menace, because a lot of it isn't banter. You've
seen the meme, but have you actually seen the video?
Yeah,
I haven't seen the video.
Yeah, I've seen the video.
So the video is pretty much the same.
Yeah,
the Snow White's guy up behind the house, like, and she's literally like, I don't want to talk to you, I want to eat my food in peace. And the thing is, when I used to work in the money shop, shout out to my old boss Kate was the same. Anytime I came in with my food, the microwave door opens, the lid came off, you just hear boop, 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 footstep. What's that?
Yeah.
Like, it's not bad, it's what they do.
No, of course it is. It's what they do.
It's what they do.
Right. No, it is. But I think the issue is that if you look at these Instagram posts, the comments, it's not even the memes, it's the comments below, the ignorant, especially American people, we all know that the issue with race is a lot
deeper.
It's more divisive than it is over here.
It's deep.
But it's like, it gets a bit too personal.
Have you seen the comments underneath any article by the Daily Mail?
No.
Racist and ignorant as well.
Oh yeah, but that's the problem.
Yeah.
We're the minority, isn't it?
It is everywhere. But I say to her, like, if you don't like it, come off social media, because that's what you're gonna get, basically. Because if, for instance, I saw today, I scrolled through Instagram, this black guy, and what was the meme? I can't remember what the meme was, but it's like, oh, the look you give your brethren when he says you don't date black women, And the other was Tiger was meme or whatever, when he's looking at his bread or whatever. And he started saying, carry on sinking, didn't Kanye show you anything, and this, that, the third, whatever. Now, the comments underneath was like, I can't stand when brothers, it's self-hatred and it's this, that, blah, 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 blah. And I thought I was going to comment in it saying, you know what, there's a difference between hating your race, because they say, no, you was raised by your mum, your sister, blah blah, but you hate black women. Are you saying that anyone who dates white women hates black women?
There's a difference between your
that's the American like
single-mindedness.
But I thought, why am I commenting on that? Like, just ignore it kind of thing. But some people find it harder to ignore than others. That's all I'm getting at, kind of thing. But it's a bit
in context.
Put in context. But I ain't gonna get into too deep into that. But it was an interesting point raised. I did see the Jodie Marsh thing on Twitter, and the comments itself, it was interesting, because those who defended Jodie Marsh, as a black person, you still think, right, are you racist? Like, kind of thing.
I just looked just now, and the first thing I saw was get rid of all immigrants or whatever, and it's just like, we know where this is going.
Yeah.
I don't need to read no more because it's that white privilege.
Yeah.
As soon as someone of colour does something, they're all bad. That's it. No tolerance. No tolerance.
Yeah, but do you know what's funny also? There was I think it's somewhat you posted as well. The guy that had some guy had a debate about Tories and Labour.
Yeah.
And it was going back and forth, and then the black guy, who's a Labour voter, put a post of this white guy's missus on social, basically on dating sites, saying, you know, she's basically looking for dates, basically. So he made it.
I saw a bit of that.
Then he got brushed.
Yeah.
Like, well, some people saying you took it too personal. Some people were like hilarious, blah blah. But then if you scroll through the comments, it kind of became a black and white thing. Like the black people were like bending up at it. The white people like, you took it too far, like kind of thing. And I'm thinking, I'm just scrolling, waiting for someone to take the racist comment. I was just scrolling, didn't see nothing, but it was interesting to put things into perspective. But I digress anyway. But,
you know, the thing is as well with Twitter and Instagram, all them racist people love hiding behind the keyboard.
Keyboard warriors, isn't it?
As soon as something comes, get rid of all immigrants.
Yeah, that's it. It's ignorance. It's ignorance. But it goes deep in that because then it starts going into your political preference, this, that, and the third. And it's like, people think if you vote Tory, you're racist. If you're black and you vote Tory, you're a sellout.
Yeah.
Whereas I said to people, like, people choose their party based on one thing that sits right with them. They ignore everything else. But if this particular thing you agree with, most people say, all right, I'm going to vote.
You know, and most time it comes down to your financial situation.
It can do. It comes down to your finances. It comes down to what your parents have told you. Whatever. Like it's controversial. But anyway, I don't want to go too deep into it. But interesting thing raised. But yeah.
Well, you know, all these times, these bombings and stuff, you always see people's true colours come out.
Yeah, it's true, and it always divides people. It always divides people because I heard something about this. You know, the first thing Theresa May or someone came out, they tried to divide us, but they won't. Yes, they will. Yeah, because it becomes those who hate Muslims and those who don't. It's a bit of deep thing, but anyway. But moving on swiftly, the main first topic we wanted to discuss was the whole Papoose and Remy Ma situation. Yeah, so I'm gonna Chad introduce this one and talk about this one.
So basically, I don't even really like saying this, but Black Twitter, or those, what is it? Love and Hip Hop New York. Yeah. So Love and Hip Hop New York. Remy Ma's but she came out of prison. She went down for 7 years, and Papoose stuck by her.
Held her down.
Relationship goals.
Has never treated her bad or cheated on her or anything like that, or so we thought. And then it's come out allegedly that he did cheat on her. Did he get someone pregnant? That's
what they're saying. Yeah,
they're saying that he got another girl pregnant, and everyone is basically up in arms. So the question I asked was, guys, if you're in a relationship and your girlfriend goes to jail for 7 years, are you staying faithful? And are you staying by her?
I put my hand up like in school and I ask a question. Are you talking about just a girlfriend or marriage?
They're married, weren't they?
Yeah. They got married while she was in prison.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. So at the time, they wasn't married. It's just your girlfriend.
In that particular situation, I think they were married.
How long were they together?
Through the whole conversation.
Before she went down, and not in a good way.
He's trying to make up the days in his head.
I don't know. I think it was like a year or something before she went into prison.
I need to get the fuck out of here.
No, but then they got married, didn't it? So hypothetically, let's say they got together. She went to prison, and then 2 years into her bid,
they get married,
and then
another 2 years.
No. Forget that. It don't even matter, really.
It does matter. It matters a great deal.
Over a year, the love of your life, the woman that you're with goes to jail for 7 years.
Yeah.
WYD. What you doing?
Staying faithful as long as possible.
In other words,
cheated. Exactly. Personally, I keep it real. I'm sorry.
But listen, okay, are you paying for it though?
Paying for what?
Are you paying for it though, or what?
Does it make it?
No. What I'm saying, the reason why I say that is though because
There's
a difference between cheating and an affair, and that's what I'm trying to get to.
Oh, right, no, but there's cheat, there's an affair.
Yeah,
there's multiple one night stands. There's paying for sex. Would I pay for it? Probably. Multiple one night stands? Possibly.
But an affair?
No, an affair is long. Yeah, but
7 years is a long time, bro.
But then, alright, does it make a difference if, you don't know it's going to be 7 years? Yeah, it could be, initially it could be, for instance, let's say she gets 2 years. Then she gets bad behaviour and it gets
Remy Ma looks like the type that would go to jail and get into bad behaviour.
So, if a girl...
Forget all that, yeah? The judge said 7 years and hit the gavel, yeah? And then took her away and then that's it.
No, you know what? Furthermore, no, you know what? Because you get conjugal visits, don't you? Especially as a married couple, you get conjugal visits. Especially in America, you get conjugal visits. So...
What does that mean?
That means you get to hit.
Yeah, you get to be in it. You go there.
In the jail. They have
cameras?
Their special location.
I don't know.
Possibly.
I don't think... Yeah, possibly, maybe.
How long do you get?
Probably about half an hour, 30 minutes.
Oh, that's
I only need 3 minutes. What are you talking about?
I said 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
I only need
What did
3.
you say? You need 3?
Like, bro. No, but realistically, 7 years, if there is no conjugal visits, 7 years, sorry. Like...
Are you telling her you're going to...
No, I'm not telling her, but she's not stupid.
Okay.
It's like any brother that goes to prison and they have a girl, come on, that's not your girl for 7 years, bro. I'm sorry. Like, she could be your girl, but don't be...
Naive.
You're not going to ask anyway, but come on.
Some brothers do.
Well, you're stupid, innit? Because you're... What
Alright,
you
so what's Chad saying?
How many girls have you slept with that have got man in jail?
Oh.
There you go. There's your answer.
Alright, so back to the original question.
There's your answer.
If your girl goes to prison for 7 years, your wife goes to prison for 7 years.
What are you saying?
What you did?
As soon as he hits the gavel,
boom! Scumbag.
Listen. I'm telling
Bareback
her.
Billy shows an appearance.
I'm telling her while she's on trial. Yeah. If you go down, I'm out.
If you go down so much, no, that's. You wouldn't even try.
Try what?
No, all right. So put it this way: are you going out to look for it? Or are you saying, look, if it comes my way, I can't.
That depends.
I'm human.
She weren't thinking about me, when she was doing whatever it was she was doing to get herself locked up.
Suppose it was a hit and... No.
Why must I suffer? Because she's gone to jail. I ain't gone to jail. Why must I suffer for 7 years with her?
We've gone to jail. We're a partnership. We've gone to jail. But what I'm saying, suppose it's like...
Are we both in jail?
No, it just means...
Not in the same cell.
Listen.
Are we both on trial?
Suppose it's not technically her fault why she's gone to jail. People
maybe she went to jail for protecting you.
I don't give a damn.
Bro, that's raw.
Bruv, how many girls have you smashed? Yeah, bruv, you ain't got to give a number. But how many girls have you smashed, that have man in jail?
But we just had man in jail.
There you go. Yeah, so they don't care when you go to jail and they ain't waiting. Yeah, girls are out here cheating and their man ain't even in jail. Their man is at home.
Alright, so you're saying if your wife went to jail for 7 years...
Bye.
Okay, what are you saying? Your wife goes to jail for 7 years, what are you saying?
No, I'd have every intention to stay faithful, but it's not happening.
Do you want to times 365 by 7?
This guy's trying to work out how many days he can get it in, boy.
Let me get a calculator. 365 times.
Anyway, all right. So we've established.
You want me to wait for 2,555 days?
Well, you can't bash off the porn. Black.com
for 7 years. It'll be virtual reality by the time she comes out.
Okay. So the other part of that is he breeded a thing, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, that was stupid. But then, to be fair,
7 years is a whole.
No,
lifetime.
there's no to be fair. Come on, what?
No. Go and find yourself another relationship. Go and find yourself another girlfriend. I'm not saying cheat on her for 7 years because you don't know what her frame of mind is going to be when she comes out of jail. Like, jail will change you for a couple weeks, let alone 7 years. That's a different person you're coming out to. That's why you gotta let that go. Find yourself someone else.
I hear that. All right, let it go. But if
you're married, if you're married
yeah.
and your wife goes to jail for 7 years
She's
for whatever reason, she's divorcing her.
She's getting divorce papers.
Wow, she's in prison.
3 months.
Oh, Freda.
Wow.
Her sentence is hard enough, and you're gonna hit her with divorce papers.
Do you want me to give it to her the moment she comes out of jail and I see she's changed?
Wow. There's no loyalty, is there? There's no loyalty, boy.
But you're seeing that every week. You're seeing that every week.
Says who? I've got a job. I've got a job. I've got children to raise.
Oh, gosh.
I've got a life to live. I've got Arsenal to watch.
Oh my God.
You're buzzing.
Okay,
all right.
Okay, all right.
The only thing that I got from it is like, because everyone put them on a pedestal, innit? Like they always do, celebrity relationship goals and all that. Just shows the man's human, innit? He's human. 7 years is a very, very long time.
We done a poll, yeah, and 73% of men said they would cheat. Do you understand? So that answers your question.
Do you think it's the same for women?
Huh?
You think it's the same for women?
Yes. I think it's worse. You can't find me a woman whose man is in jail who ain't cheated. Find me one.
That's I don't know.
Find me one, I'll give you £20 for every girl you find.
Yeah, I think at first I tried to avoid it. My wife was
They just
marriage,
like the idea, They just like the idea of having a man, and they're being loyal and he's in jail. But the man don't realise in jail, that he's a cuckold without actually being there.
For fuck's sake.
The only difference is he's not there to see it himself. Yeah?
Alright, so if you was in prison, would you ask?
Huh?
Would you ask?
Ask what?
Your missus, like, if she's been faithful?
I'd get rid.
You tell her, done it.
I'd tell her get rid. Because she deserves better than a man that's in jail.
Fair enough.
If I've gone there and we all know what gal is like, I'm not expecting her to hold me down.
So you would tell her, look, bounce.
Yeah.
Even if she said, no, like.
Tough, I'd end it.
Yeah?
I'd end it. If she wanted to come and see me, I'd review the visits, everything. Move on with your life, you deserve better. You deserve better than man that's in jail, and I deserve better than a disloyal whore. Yeah, because that's what he's going to turn into.
Oh my God. This little hole, you know.
Alright, quick. Before we move to the next thing there, because you mentioned about he breeded the thing, there was a thing with Carmelo Anthony, innit? Like,
oh yeah.
Obviously, allegedly cheated on Lala, got her next girl pregnant. Did you hear what he said? Apparently, what he said apparently when he was out doing his thing, he was like, she's married. She's the one that's married.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Now, what do you take by that?
I take it that he's an NBA ball player. He's a millionaire with businesses and stuff.
Right.
So he's free to do what he wants. And she's the woman and she can't do the same thing.
Well, okay, because I took it as he's saying that they ain't really in it. That she's just putting on this pretense. She wants everyone to look at them as this married couple, blah, blah, whatever. She's the one that's on this marriage thing. I do what I want kind of thing.
It was kind of what I said.
Yeah,
it's been 10 years. They're married, bro.
Yeah.
It's been
now
10 years. They're married, man.
Rumor has it that she's going back to him, innit? Yeah. Are you surprised?
No.
Why?
Because he's an NBA player and he's a multi-million.
But she's got her own money.
We know who Lala is, but the average person out there don't know who Lala is.
Right, okay. So you're saying that she holds no weight?
No.
Yeah, shit. Bruv, Gabriel Union and Dwayne Wade.
What was this?
You're in a completely different world. I'm not excusing
his behaviour, but
a certain caliber of man, and I'm not saying he's the greatest man out there, because clearly there's scumbags.
When you got a certain status, you get away with murder.
But certain status and money elevates you into that I can do whatever he's got I can do what the fuck I want money.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
That's true.
And there's no woman out there that can tell him any different.
Yeah.
Chris Rock made a joke the other day when I was watching his comedy special, when he was like, Jay-Z's got that I can tell my woman shut the fuck up money. Yeah, but unfortunately Beyonce's got that no, you shut the fuck up money. But that's those
Well, technically she ain't, because he's worth more than double her. But anyway.
We're not getting into that.
Yeah, that's long.
But you still see what I mean?
Yeah. He's
the breadwinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
He's got that caliber of money.
All right, so bring it down a notch to the average man. Yeah, I don't want to say too. No. But I'm saying if the average man is the breadwinner, the wife financially relies on him. Do you think that kind of plays out as well?
Because she can go and find another breadwinner.
Doesn't always work like that when you got kids, because I know situations where the woman can't leave.
Most women see the other way. They see it as, especially when they get older, like past 30, yeah? Kids. They say, what man's got to take this on, yeah? So I'm well looked after here, whatever. Why would I leave this security for the unknown, yeah? And that's why I think it's true that as long as the male feels that kind of dominant, that's why a lot of men they like these housewives, isn't it? Because they have that control, kind of thing, whatever. Like, they know that woman ain't brave enough to step out there and get for herself, kind of thing. So I think it's similar, but on a different scale. If that makes sense.
It's totally different levels, isn't it?
But no, levels. Yeah. But so you're saying basically, and back to the Papoose thing, 7 years you're not having it, you're cheating. You said you're getting rid. You're getting rid. Ending it.
That's blunt, boy.
Yeah, you're divorcing. Yeah. Is that it? You're divorcing.
She's gotta go.
We're saying, look,
we're not gonna go out there looking to necessarily.
But let's be real.
You're not turning it down.
Right. Okay. No.
And if times gets tough, I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I probably, if I'm still married, I'm not trying to breed nothing though. I think that's, like you said, that's stupidity.
Yeah. That's
disrespect.
Yeah. But moving on. What was the second topic? What was the next topic?
Anthony Joshua.
Oh, celebs. First in all, celebs.
Yeah, that one.
Now, I'll talk about this one because there was an Instagram post soon after Anthony Joshua won his fight against Vladimir Klitschko, and it was him standing next to his, I think it was Mercedes Jeep or something, and some girl posted basically the heart emoji, yeah, and she was saying the heart emoji, and she said, "Oh, I don't know which one I'd ride first." Yeah, so a lot of this girl in her Twitter bio, she had a picture of her and her boyfriend basically. So she got vilified by social media saying you're disrespecting your man by publicly thirsting over like Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Then they added her boyfriend saying control your spice, basically. How can you have her embarrassing you out like that? Blah blah. Now she was like, first of all, it's banter. Second of all, men do it all the time. And thirdly, that it's hard. It's not like I'm going to meet Anthony Joshua anyway. And people are like, well, that's not the point. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on that? First of all, like, was she wrong for doing that? Yeah. Would you be offended if that was your missus doing that? Yeah. And what is the between in your relationship, especially Clint, like what is the viewpoint on your first and over celebrities and that?
My missus used to first over T.I. and Little Bow Wow.
Right.
And
Little Bow Wow.
I used to diss her because that shit sounds like cradle snatching to me.
Right.
But I don't really have a problem with it because I was doing that shit over Halle Berry and Beyonce.
But when you say first thing, was you publicly commenting?
No, because back Twitter and thing there wasn't around them times.
Right.
So no, I wouldn't publicly put it out there. I think that is kind of disrespectful. But at the same time, it's a level of banter and it's a level of disrespect. So you kind of on the sort of 50-50 on that one. It's an awkward one.
But what about, does it matter if it's what kind of celebrity it is? Because for instance, Anthony Joshua, as big as he is, you can see him down the street. Yeah, and in a club, he could move to your missus.
Yeah, that's another point.
Does that make a difference? Does that make who he is? If that makes sense.
It does make a slight difference, but you're playing the odds, aren't you?
Yeah.
What's the odds of her really seeing him? It's a slim possibility, but
it's tough because me personally, I don't know a single girl that does not think Anthony Joshua is banging.
Yeah, I see the post on my Insta as well, bruv.
Before the fight, I was at my mum's for her birthday. All my family was like, cousins were there, my miss was there, and he come on the TV and everything just stopped. Every girl in the rooms, and I've got a lot of female cousins that are drooling over this brother. Yeah, now including my missus. Yeah, now to me, I don't see a problem with that kind of
yeah.
But if they're on social media putting it out, commenting like a pic, that's fine, but commenting stuff like
But I
that.
think you also only need to know your girl. Is she the type to banter like that?
Personally, no, she isn't. But yeah, I see what you mean.
You know, your girl some girls can be a bit of a joker sometimes, and especially the younger generation. Everything is social media.
But would you feel threatened by your missus going to a club and you know Anthony Joshua's there?
Oh, then you know, the gloves are coming off. Even though I'd get sparked, the gloves are coming off. But yeah,
Chad, what's your view on it?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care?
No.
Why?
he divorced his wife and went jail. Obviously, he doesn't care.
Oh, why not?
It's a celebrity. I'm not saying he's not out of reach, but it's a celebrity. I don't really care. Like I'm secure enough to know that she wants me and me alone. And if she doesn't want me and me alone, then go and be with someone else.
Okay, so would it bother if it was like Crept and Conan? They're 4 and Eve, innit? They're you know.
Not really.
No.
I wouldn't like.
What? No. Okay.
What kind of things is she saying?
Well, stuff like that. I don't know which one I want to ride first.
I mean, show some respect. Do you know what I mean?
Would you have words?
I mean, I don't think she'd be stupid enough to write something like that. But if she was stupid enough to write something like that...
Don't you think it depends on your mentality of your girl? Because you'd know your girl. Like, your girl probably wouldn't do that. But you'd then think of someone else could be with a girl that is like that and does like to play around and banter and say them type of things. So to you, it might not be a surprise if she did that.
I wouldn't really take that as banter. Like, I wouldn't appreciate her writing things like that. Like, you can find them attractive... whatnot, but talking about them kind of thing there,
That kind of flirty banter, you wouldn't.
that's not flirting.
It's not flirting. It's out there, innit? But
That's borderline between. I'd say that's borderline between Ike Turner and O.J. Simpson reaction that she would get from me.
why? Because let's be honest, it's a celebrity, yeah,
Doesn't matter.
and she doesn't mean anything by it.
She does mean something by it. You can say that you find him attractive, you can say that that's your type, but to talk about graphic things like that, I'm gonna get real graphic with her. Don't disrespect me like that for people to see.
So is that what it is? Is that the public? Is it the public humiliation? Is that what it is? Or is it the fact that your missus thinking about banging some next brother?
No, I don't really care about that. Like, if we're watching TV, and that came out of her mouth, I wouldn't really care. I'd probably laugh.
Yeah.
For you to say that directly to that person on a public platform, like, am I a dickhead in life?
All right.
Did she tweet at him?
It wasn't at him. It was a picture of him.
Yeah.
And she wrote it underneath the thing. She commented underneath it. Yeah. It wasn't his page or nothing. It was just she put it out there. That comment was out there. Yeah.
Okay.
He's unlikely to see it.
Then I'm gonna put out there that if you disrespect me like that publicly,
What did the boyfriend do?
I don't think the boyfriend did anything.
I think.
Or did he? No, I don't think.
I don't know, because it kind of comes down to your girl, isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's one thing knowing your girl, but it's a next thing, man tweeting you saying you're a punk. Basically, how can you have a woman out there?
But then it's the same thing as your girl's a stripper or your girl does page 3 or something. How can have your girl with your tits out? That's to me, it's not the same, but it's on the similar lines. It's like your girl, isn't it?
If you are okay with that, like, if your girl wrote that and you're okay with it, I'm not gonna start tweeting you and telling you you're this, you're that. Like that's your relationship.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is, like, you could be Joe Bloggs from down the street. Yeah, you don't know me, but you're still tweeting me. Like, I've got strangers at me saying, bruv, like laughing at me and retweeting it, and it gets 20,000 retweets.
So then that's down to how you take it. If you're a man that don't care, like, people have tweeted me bullshit before. I don't care, but then there are some things I would take as disrespect. Right. So it's
basically, it's not the humiliation, public humiliation. It's the fact that the meaning behind it is troubling to you.
If we're talking about my girl, if I had a girl, and that's what she put out there, I would be vexed that she's put that out there. Like, if she's talking to me or she says that to me, that's fine.
So if a girl said that to you, you're sitting there, she goes, "Raw, I don't know which one I want to ride first." Right?
I'd probably laugh.
To me, that's banter.
To me, that's banter.
Yeah.
But then
I fully have that, man. I'm sorry, no. Because
You sound sensitive right now.
No, but the thing is, there's banter. But what's the meaning behind that thing?
let me put it to you this way, yeah. Clint and Darren. You two laugh and joke. You make racist remarks all the time. I'm just saying.
Oh, right. Hypothetically.
You never said a racist thing in my life.
Disclaimer. Yeah.
Amongst each other, you use the N-word casually, yeah?
Right.
Would you carry that same mentality and relationship if you both work together at work? Would you be like that at work around other people?
No.
Not around other people.
There you go. So I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I'm using that same mentality.
Yeah.
If my girl said that to me,
Yeah.
I'd probably laugh it off like it's a joke. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not saying like she's sitting there and she's gonna go upstairs and then get her toys out and then she's gonna be thinking about Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
If I'm tired, I won't really care if she's done that. The point I'm making is it's private between me and her. But if you're putting that like out there in the public domain, me personally, before anyone's even said anything, I've got a problem with her doing that.
Right.
It's not the
But
fact
that's what goes back to what I'm saying. It's more the public humiliation thing, isn't it?
Potential public humiliation, because I wouldn't wait for someone to start at me them things before I get vexed.
Right, okay, I see what you
I'd be
mean.
vexed
Right.
before it even gets to that stage. Do you
Right,
understand?
okay. Alright. So you're saying...
You know your girl, man. That's what I'm saying. You
So
know your girl.
if you know your girl that kind of bantery kind of
thing, then
and she put it out there,
but if my missus randomly did that, then I'd be upset. But to me, is you know how your girl is.
Yeah,
You should
okay.
do them kind
And it
of
wouldn't
thing.
bother you that certain man at you, stranger at you calling you a punk and this and your.
Well, it depends on what side of the fence. Like Chad said, you know, are you used to that kind of thing? Does that thing bother you?
Right. Okay.
You know.
Personally, would it bother you?
If my missus put it out.
No. Right. If she put it out, but then it's more the fact that 50,000 man are at you saying you're a punk.
Yeah,
and
then
this or
definitely.
what. Right, okay.
When your Twitter's exploding like that and you're getting dissed.
Right.
It's
okay.
hard to ignore, bruv.
Okay. No, that's fair enough. All right. So where we going with this one next?
Ambition, innit?
Oh yeah.
So, and I don't really want to use names, right? But a couple of my friends,
Not us.
yeah, not you, man. If your circle of friends, like us, for example, let's just name names, just to give some kind of idea and story. There's me, Chad, Clint, Darren, Michael, Curtis, Z, H, Nash. Have I left anyone out?
No.
No. All us lot, we all grew up together, we all came up together. We're all quite ambitious, we all work. Most in relationships, none of us really live at home. If one of your friends wasn't ambitious, wasn't really doing much of his life, still lived at home, had no desire to move away from his kind of comfort zone and job that he's had since he was 16, 17, and when everyone's going out, he ain't really got any money, or like he just doesn't come out. He's just not an ambitious person, and you could even say he's even like borderline just bumming it up.
Lazy.
Would you look at that person as someone that you can no longer be friends with?
No. I don't think, like I said before, like it's a case of I'd be trying to encourage him to better himself, but
Know your friends.
yeah, that's right. And if he's genuinely comfortable in himself, living that life, then who am I to judge? The only problem I have if it impedes on me in terms of when you said we're going out, whatever, and if he scrounges off me repeatedly, then I'd have a problem with it because you know you're taking liberties. Yeah, you're using me basically.
Yeah.
If it's a case of, like I said, he might not want to come out. Yeah, he's happy to just jam at home and whatever. Like I'm not going to disown him. Like I'm not. I might. Obviously, there's going to be certain times when I can't roll with him because I'm doing this and he's at home, whatever. But again, it might disappoint me, but If he's genuinely happy, I leave him to it.
Everyone's different as well.
Yeah, everyone is different.
Everyone is an individual.
Because not everyone has the same level of ambition as well. Yeah, I know you're saying bummy and all that, whatever, but it takes different personalities to make a click work, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So we're all mid-30s, right?
Yeah.
Do you not think to yourself that maybe you've outgrown that person?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I know someone like that myself. But then it comes down, we still have very similar interests.
And that's it. And circumstance will take you away from that person anyway. Since that, for instance, you move out and you move in with your missus and stuff like that, you've got other things to do. But you will still now and again take time to come and see that person or see how they are and whatever. Yeah. Just because they're not hypothetically doing it as well as you, doesn't mean you have to disown them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's all about the mentality of that person as well. Yeah. If that mentality is I don't want to do nothing, blah blah, or let me this, let me that, blah blah, and he's not making an effort to better himself.
So that's what I'm talking about, basically.
Right. Okay. That's a different thing. If he's like I said, if he's impeding on my living and my experiences, and he's bringing me down, then that's different. Yeah, you can't hang out with that person. You do outgrow that person. It's a tough one. It's because especially if you've grown up with that person. Yeah, but
is the person impeding on you though?
So I'll give you a couple of examples, right? In my life personally, and shout them out. They're gonna know I'm talking about them when they listen to the podcast, but I don't care because anything I say publicly, I've always said to them first. I can give you 3 different examples, right?
Yeah.
Bear in mind, I might come across ambitious, but I'd say out of most of my friends, I'm probably someone who earns, I'd say, the lower end of the scale. However, I always seem to be the person that people come to borrow money from.
Right.
My disposable income is a lot higher than other people's earning a lot more than me. Let me just get that out there. There's one person in particular, he's worked ever since I've known him, but he has no desire to improve in terms of job prospects and his career. He's just happy to stay in that position, working part-time. He doesn't want to move out of home because he doesn't really need to.
Right.
He literally works round the corner from where he lives. He has no desire to do anything else.
Right.
When we go out, sometimes he has money, sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he'll come out with 0 money whatsoever. We've offered to help him with job applications, to up his CV and that. He's just not like he's just in his comfort zone.
Yeah.
I respect him because he's always worked. He doesn't have to move out of home, although part of me thinks as a grown man, why do you still want to live at home? Yeah. But again, that situation comes down to me not judging so much simply because at least he is working.
Right.
There are other people I know who always work, but they don't manage their money well at all, and they're forever borrowing, phoning this person, phoning that person, borrowing. Like just, as you said, kind of impeding you financially.
Yeah.
There's someone else I know who is constantly in and out of work, lives at home with their parents, although they don't really want to be there, and just not really ambitious. They're just not really doing anything with themselves.
So when you say ambitious, it's not necessarily job prospect, it's bettering their life.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So in those 3 situations, the first person that I told you about, the person who has no desire to change their job, get a promotion within their job, but they've always worked since I've known them.
Yeah.
I can kind of understand keeping a relationship with that person. The other 2 people, I think most people would outgrow them.
Right. When you say, when you say outgrow, it's a natural progression. You're not going to just say, you know what, me and you can't be friends anymore.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. again,
That's
like I said,
life.
that's life.
That's life.
Yeah, that is natural. Like,
You're
and
not
I
meant
think
to be around everyone.
I think you will, like, as time goes on, progresses, you will get to that stage where you just drift apart. Yeah. And that you can understand, I think happens a lot of the time.
Yeah, that happens most of
because as you said, when you get older, your circle consists of people, similar people like you in similar situations, because they can empathise with what you're going through, and vice versa. Like, you know, you can share experiences where you need that common ground. Yeah. So in that respect, I can see why you would drift apart and why people do drift apart. It's I don't want to say it's sad, because like I said, it's life.
It's life.
But it's
my circle's small, so I don't really have that problem. I don't really roll with anyone from school or speak to anyone from school. Most of my friends is from college, uni, and work. Yeah. You know, so
and that's
I don't cling on to anyone, you know, from those days. So I never feel like, you have to be my friend because I've known you for X amount of years.
And it's true, because if you say that, if you know, like I said, Chad, given that situation, if I think about my friends, none of them are in that particular situation, and those that are, they're acquaintances. I see them and say hello, blah blah. Maybe that's what's happened, Chad. Maybe it is a case of I have outgrown them. You know, we have outgrown them as people.
You just have to let go, bruv.
Yeah,
just let it go and just carry on with your life and do you.
Would you do before you kind of not go your separate way but distance yourself or outgrow them? Would you try and make an effort with those people? Sit down, maybe have a conversation with them, try and help them see if they wanted to better themselves. Or is it you just kind of leave them to it because you've got your own life, your own wife, your own situation?
Probably just leave them to it, because you can't carry everyone. So you kind of just, especially depends how busy you are as well.
Yeah.
Do you have time to sit down and talk to a grown-ass person about their business? Yeah,
it's true. But then you say that though, but if one of your circle now was you saw them take a slump, it seemed like they just gave up, or you know, you talk to them, you would. Like, you try to help them initially.
At first. But if it's someone I grew with and they haven't grown since then.
Yeah, you have to do your own stuff. I like to think I'd try, but I wouldn't, you know, the first time I get off, you're not interested.
Yeah.
I can't help you.
I'm a realist, bruv. I got a wife, a house, 2 kids. I ain't got time to really put a hand out to help anyone. And that's not being rude. That's just me being realistic with my time nowadays. I realise I just haven't got it. Yeah,
that's true. But it's an interesting one. It is an interesting one.
But, you know, to each their own, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone's an individual sometimes. And you just got to let people be themselves.
Yeah. And also, you got to be, it sounds bad, but you got to be conscious that, like I said, that person doesn't bring you down. If that sounds harsh, but if that makes sense. But yeah, it's. What about you though? What's your viewpoint on it? Is it just like you said, the first person you would make time for that person, but the others you just wouldn't? And would you sit there? Have you tried to help them, or is it a case of you just see them going down that path and you're like, you know what, I can't be associated with that?
Without making this a sob story, I've gone through a lot recently where I lost my job, I lost my place of residence where I was living, and it really is about who you can go to for help and who can help you. And I genuinely believe, even if you take that away, you as a friend have to be able to pick and choose who it is you want to help as well. So let me give you a couple of examples. When I told my friend I'd been kicked out of where I was staying and I had nowhere to go, one friend was like, I can't help you, although I kind of know he could have, but he just didn't want to.
Right.
One friend could put me up for a couple of days, which was great, but another friend not only put me up, but he goes, we're also going to find you somewhere to stay.
Right.
And within 24 hours, I had somewhere to stay.
Right.
Another example would be when I was going through problems in my old job, I was talking to a couple of my friends, and some people you just want them to listen, or they'll just listen to what your problems are and say, oh, okay, things will get better, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Some people may give you advice. Some people may actually say to you, Rod, you know what? Send me your CV and let me keep an eye out. And then I'll put, like, you need to kind of see who you can go to for help, and then also, again, to flip it, who you would go to those extreme lengths to help, because you need to make sure that the person you are helping is someone who's not really a waste of time. Do you understand? A lot of people can come to you and complain about this situation, that situation, but they're not actually willing to do anything about it. That person, as horrible as it sounds, and it is someone that you're cool with, your friends, whatever, that person would be a waste of time. Do you understand? Because the kind of person that I am, I'd like to think that the people that did help me done it because they know what kind of person I am. Do you understand? So they've helped me get back on my feet. So from that point of view,
you can only help those who are willing to help themselves.
Exactly.
That's true.
So the people that helped me knew that I would be able to sort myself out and elevate myself. So
you kind of take that attitude with the people you're dealing with as well.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
How I view it is the same way. If I know that certain people that have come to me are going to waste my time, or without sounding horrible, they're not ambitious. I don't want to use the word waste of space to describe anyone that I'm a friend of. But if I really am wasting my time, I'm not going to bother. Okay.
Which makes sense. Perfect sense. That's why I should read the book, probably. You'll see some of that in there anyway. But yeah, no, it's hard, man. Like, letting go of I won't say friends that are waste, but you know what I mean, like those kind of people is difficult, and it brings up some interesting.
Yeah, I think just letting go of some friends anyway, regardless if they're bums or not, is a painful. But I just think in life you just have to go your own way. And you kind of can't. You know, when I was younger, I used to wait around on my friends to sort of dictate what we're doing for the weekend, or what their plans are. And after a while, I realised I can't live like that. This is when I'm was in school, and when I first left school. I need to do my own thing. I haven't got time to wait around on other people to make, decisions for me. So it's got to spread your wings and fly, man. You just can't wait on anyone. You've got your own life to lead.
Mad. Well, yeah, that's an interesting one. I know we got one. Have we got one to quickly wrap on? Was there something else we wanted to talk about?
We had a couple questions.
Yes.
One of the questions was, what are our thoughts on Katie Price saying the N-word on live TV? What's the backstory for that?
As far as I know, she was on, I think, Good Morning or something like that, and she was talking about bullying and the bullying that her son Harvey has to endure.
Man, you gotta be a low motherfucker to racially abuse a disabled little mixed race boy.
Right, yeah. So, amongst other things, she said basically that he gets called the N-word, but she said the word nigger on live TV, yeah? Which caused an uproar, as something that would do, these job births and stuff like that. But she didn't apologise for it. She said she deliberately said it because she said people need to know how hateful that word is and how shocking it is. People need to be shocked by it to understand the hatred behind it and what that can do to, I don't know how old he is, but to a young kid like that.
So those people offended by her saying the N-word live on TV, were they the same people that are offended that people would choose to throw that word at her disabled little boy?
I don't know.
That's the thing that gets me. It's all right being up in arms about something, but in context, you know.
Yeah, but should she have said the N-word? Should she have said the quote the N-word rather than actually saying the word nigger?
Well, we just heard Louis C.K. speak on that. If I say the N-word, you know what I mean.
Right. So is it? If she said that, would it lessen the message that she was trying to portray?
Yeah, I think it would have lessened it. I think she wanted to hit people with the harsh reality of her little boy being called a nigger.
Yeah. Given the fact it was on daytime TV.
That's another thing. But again, that word is that word.
Right, okay. Chad, what do you reckon?
Who cares? Jesus.
Obviously, these people that complain cared. That's the problem. That's the thing that gets me. It's like you're up in arms that she said it, but no one's saying anything. I don't see any debates or anything that the little boy is being called that.
Which is fair enough. But okay, so take it from like a parent's point of view, where you know it could be half term and they're sitting down watching things with their kid, and their kid come back and says, "Mommy, what does the word nigger mean?" Yeah. Now, obviously, eventually the child's gonna have to know, but is it a case of that? Because some parents saying, "Well, you've kind of taken away the when I wanted to do it." Yeah?
Okay, and then I'd say pick up a dictionary and look up the word and show your child.
Okay. I have no thoughts on her saying it. Well, I have no issues with her saying it.
I don't either.
Because she didn't say as in like she wasn't being racist. She was it. She was trying to educate, whatever. But I think a lot of it is because it's actually her that said it. Yeah. Which caused another thing. But also there was no warning, so they couldn't even bleep it out. Okay, but you know, it is what it is. But
should go on the 20-second delay then.
Yeah. We had another email. Someone pointed us towards an article about I don't know, Sherelle Nell or Nelly, who reckons she's too good looking to have a boyfriend.
Next.
No, I want to just quickly chat on that.
She's too self-centered to have a man, and she thinks she's too bad.
But that's what she's saying. The problem is
know your level.
People have the perception that that's her. That's what she's like.
I bet if I asked her approach it, she'd be like hand in face. No, what do you have?
Why do you say that?
Because of what she said.
But she's saying based on her experience, how guys will be too let
me find out where she at. Let me approach.
They're intimidated by her looks. Yeah. Then she said plain Janes get to portray their personality a lot easier, quicker than girls like her because guys assume she's going to be stuck up.
I see dudes approach the baddest thing all the time, so I don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
I don't believe her at all.
But do you think there's some truth to guys looking at girls saying, "Oh, she thinks she's too nice," especially if a girl rejects a guy simply because she just doesn't like the approach, she doesn't like the guy, it's immediately, "Oh, you think you're too nice." Mm-hmm. Girls will say that about other pretty girls. "Oh, she thinks she's too nice." girls will only compliment their friends, even if their friend looks like the back of a bus. They'll be saying, "Yeah, my friend's nice."
Lying.
But get to be another group of girls and there's a girl better looking there. She's not all that. I
beg to differ.
I personally believe there is some truth in what she's saying, but I think the way it's been quoted is totally wrong because she hates coming across like some big head.
It's very self-centered.
Yeah. But I think there's some truth to guys feeling intimidated to approach a Christian.
Again, in context, some guys will feel intimidated, others won't give a fuck.
Well, it comes back, but it comes back to...
I'm trying to get the baddest chick in the club.
Right, but also, like, you see, when we was growing up, you see the Chris's girl with some questionable looking brother, and you think, how did he get that? The answer is he wasn't afraid of rejection. He went actually approached her. Yeah. Whereas
he's known her from day.
No,
he's known her. That's me hating. He's known her from day.
Some guys feel intimidated by, especially confident, good-looking girls. Yeah. Do you not think there's some truth to that, Chad?
Bullshit.
Why is it bullshit?
Have you ever seen a girl in your life and thought, I'm punching above my weight? Where does she work?
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna have to find her.
Marks and Spencer's.
And get the fuck out of here.
Let me find her. We don't say where she where she works anyway, but I think she's hold on.
Because of how she looks.
She's a single mom.
She's a single mom of 26 in Manchester.
I think that's probably more the reason. What
she's a shop assistant, an aspiring actress.
So she's a baby mother.
She's a baby mother with no real job prospects.
Let me have a look at this.
No real job prospects, bruv. That's her. Yeah, obviously we can't.
How old is she?
26. I'm not saying she's the Chris's thing, but she does look alright.
I've dated girls better looking than that, man. Get the fuck out of here.
But she's not Butters.
Okay, so?
Do you not think she's good looking?
Yeah.
Right.
Too nice?
Bro, let's be honest. Guys will look at that and say, oh, lighty. Like, guys go mad over lighties. Most guys do. I don't, but most guys do anyway, yeah? So...
She needs to come down to London if that's how she feels, yeah? Spend 2 weeks in London and see if she's still talking that bullshit.
They won't leave me alone.
Whenever I'm on a date, they only care about what I look like. They never even listen to what I'm saying. My last boyfriend just paraded me around to his friends and only cared about having his photo taken with me. No man I've met so far is actually interested in having a conversation with me.
That's bullshit. Maybe she's the dumbest chick alive, that's why. Never thought that. She's probably some airhead.
I would love to speak to some guys that have actually smashed. Sorry, I mean dated her.
Girls are jealous too. I only really have one friend.
Have you seen the girls in Manchester? Move on.
Sub story.
Whoa. What do you mean?
Move on.
There was this one time I was clubbing with my friend.
If she came to London, she'd look like everyone else down there, yeah?
Get in line.
Do you understand? Yeah, the fuck
Yeah,
out
get in
here.
line.
Show
Definitely
me.
get in line.
And I said, show me.
Get in line. Get in line.
She needs to sort out them eyebrows.
Oh, bro.
Anyway.
Look like Wolverine out here.
Did we have any other emails anyway? Anything else come through?
Nah, I believe that's it. If you are someone that does have questions that you want to ask us, the email address is ghpodcast@gmail.com. That is ghpodcast@gmail.com. Do we have any other business? One thing I wanted to ask you, D-Man.
Yo.
You very politely came in with a book that you knew I was interested in reading about, Charlemagne the God.
Jeez.
The book is called Black Privilege, the #1 selling book in America right now. You've just finished this book, right?
I have indeed.
Without spoiling it for me, what are your thoughts?
I thought it was very interesting, actually. Not only does he talk about his upbringing and how he got to where he is today, the struggles that he faced, he also gives some knowledge, shall we say, some pro-life tips, how to go about things, what not to do, what can help you get further, and based on his experiences. And also, he's very candid and raw about it as well. He pulls no punches. Those who know Charlemagne know what he's about anyway. He speaks how he feels. He doesn't hold anything back, and that's what comes out in the book. Touches on a lot of interesting subjects. His dad, his mum and his dad, the people that have stuck by him, the people that kind of shafted him, spent a couple times, a period in jail and stuff like that. And how he was on a path to nowhere and how he turned it around, and staying positive and being driven and focused on what you want to achieve. It's very, I won't say it's a self-help book, but it's very motivational and inspiring. So I would recommend it to anybody of any walk of life to read that book. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I finished it in about 10 days.
I'll borrow it after Chatters.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
I'm going to try and finish it before I start work next week. I won't be too hopeful because I haven't read since secondary school.
Oh man!
And I'm telling you, I fall asleep as soon as I start reading. But
books like that will keep you interested because it's someone you could. I know how much you like the guy anyway, and you respect him anyway. So that should help. That's a bonus anyway. But
yeah, if it's something I'm interested in, I'll have no problems.
That reminds me, I bought last week Wednesday. I bought Ian Wright's new book.
Yeah,
I need to read that. Yeah, the new one. It was a penny on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
So I bought that shit.
Interesting.
I'm a cheapskate. I don't care.
Nah, listen, readers. Listen, I'm aiming to read 50 pages a day. So this year I've gone through about 6 books so far, 6 or 7 books.
How do you find the time?
Literally on my way to work, on way back from work, and at lunchtime.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no other time. But yeah, it's amazing how much you can read within a day. Trust me. So, but yeah. Nothing else to discuss, I believe.
No, that's it. Keep it locked and loaded.
Thanks for tuning in.
The social medias, as always, the Twitter, the Instagram, the SoundCloud, and the YouTube channel is all the same. GH Headquarters. Give us a follow. Again, any questions that you may have for us for our next podcast, ghpodcast@gmail.com.
And subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, please, people.
Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Let your people know. We need more them subscribers. We need them.
Stop begging. All right.
Hopefully, Z will be back on the next one.
All right. Don Mega, I'm out.
D-Man, peace.
Chad, God.